Hello, happy Tuesday, September 9th. It's good to be with you. And I don't know where you are, but where I am, the temperature's starting to cool down just a little bit. So it's starting to feel good. We're out of the 90s, which is a nice little break. So hopefully you are enjoying the first little pieces of switching the transition from summer to fall now that it is September. What I know is that it means I have permission to put out my fall decor. I can't do it in August because it just feels too much like summer. But in September, I think all bets are off. I get to do fall decor. So, hi, Katie. Good to see you. Hi, Brad. Athens, Alabama. I had a coaching with someone from Mobile, Alabama today. Actually, two people from Alabama. Yeah, so lots of Alabamians today. And I've been enjoying some of the college football. I do enjoy some football games, following along with those. I enjoy watching them with my husband, and you would think that I watch it just for him, but the other day we were watching on Saturday. We were watching. He's like, "You get really riled up about this." I just get into it. If it's something and I'm watching it, then I'm kind of all in on it. So, but that's been fun. I am just with my family members that NFL teams from Sunday. We're just doing a little. It's not even really a pool, but each week we pick those teams that we think are going to win and lose. And um, I was on the bottom of the results on that one. I only picked 8 out of 16. So I have a 50-50 batting average currently, but I'll do better. I'll learn better, but I have fun. So that's nice. Hi, Allie, and great to see you. Um, War Eagle, is that Athens, Alabama? War Eagle? I don't know that. So as you guys are signing in, I'm going to bring on a friend of mine who I'm really excited to be able to talk with. Hi, Floor Alice Dobbins. That's a beautiful name. Hi, Marianne. Hi, Go Sports. Yes, there you go. Hi, Rhonda from SoCal. Good to see you guys. So good to see you guys. And so I have talked to you guys a lot about the two big conferences that are coming up that I'm very, very excited about. They're two very different conferences, and one of them is the Creative Exchange, which Diego has talked about, and I've talked about as well as like Lee Allen Baker and several other people, Robert and Maya. We've talked about it, but there's also, and that takes place October, sorry, wrong, September. That's going to be, it's coming up actually next week, September 18th through 20. And really excited about that. And I see someone has a quick question. Um, I have a quick question about Creative Exchange. I discovered this community a little late. We're happy to have you, Teresa. After all the exclusive experience tickets were gone, is there any possibility of those with other types of tickets to join in the Saturday events as observers learners? You know what? After we talk to our first guest, then I can have Diego answer that question about Creative Exchange. So I'll come back and talk about Creative Exchange a little bit. Like I said, it's happening the end of next week. So it's coming up and we're really, really excited about it. But it is focused 100% on actors and actors, social media, speakers, that world of on camera, on stage performance. But the other, so it looks like Diego answered your question, Teresa. Send a DM and he'll be able to give you all the details about that. The other conference I'm super excited about to tell you about and fill you in on doesn't happen until October 1st through 4th. So you still have time to join in on that, to be a part of that. And that's taking place in Orlando, Florida. And my friend, Paul Sermons, he is the president of ICVM. ICVM stands for International Christian Visual Media. So we're talking all different forms of visual media and all aspects of that visual media. So that's one of the differences from the Creative Exchange to ICVM, which is ICVM is an amazing opportunity for actors to interact with and to network and to get to know people who are on the other side of the camera, whether it be the filmmakers themselves or the distributors, the writers. And so it's a nice kind of full community experience while learning all sides of it. We do have specific actor track, and I want to bring Paul in to tell us more about what he's got cooking. He's been working really, really hard on the conference, pulling some things together. So we'll bring Paul in and chat a bit about ICVM. If you guys have any questions about ICVM, please feel free to put them in the chat. If you're wondering about the conference or how you find out about it, the website, any of that stuff, please just put that in your comments. So, Diego, are we good to bring in Paul? Look at you. Hi.
Wonderful to see you.
It's so nice to see you, and it's always good to connect. So, Paul and I have known each other a lot of years now and gotten the chance to work together several times, for which I'm grateful, Paul, because Paul being the producer, is ultimately the one who hires all of us who work on the project. So I'm forever grateful that you were willing to hire me. I was putting some boxes and things away, and look what I found.
Oh my, yes.
Yep, good old. So this is a movie we did years ago. Let me see what year it says.
Tulsa, Oklahoma. It's around,
yes,
I think 2009, 10, somewhere in there.
Yeah, so it released in 2013, but it's a movie called Home Run. It's a good movie. I don't know where you can find it these days, but it is actually good. Scott Elrod and
Yes.
yeah, I really loved working on this one with you.
Oh, I loved working with you on that. And then the last two movies I produced, I got, and by the way, I don't hire her. I beg her to work with me.
You're so fun.
The last two movies, she said yes. And they were in Oklahoma. All three of those movies actually were in Oklahoma.
Yes.
Right? And then the recent ones, Teata and Montfort Chickasaw Rancher, which were for the Chickasaw Nation in Oklahoma. Beautiful films. Nathan Frank.
I loved that experience. Yeah. Working with the Chickasaws to this day, I still use what I learned from them. That's what was so nice about working directly with the Chickasaw Nation, was that we were able to learn from them about their culture and about their history, rather than kind of researching it secondarily, or even in the casting process when we were trying to figure out, okay, does this person, would they fit into the tribe? Like, is this an okay sort of look or pairing or heritage, or just any of that culturally, how they conduct themselves, and even just understanding the modern day sort of how the Chickasaws and natives or Native Americans, depending on how you prefer to address them, but things like that, like how do they want to be regarded? What is respectful of their heritage and their culture? It was super interesting and valuable.
Oh, and they're such good people. I mean, they would
Mhm.
they would open up their culture to you. They would show you kind of, you know, all they asked is that we be respectful
Yeah.
of their heritage and their culture, and they're phenomenal business people. I mean, they're
Yes.
probably the most well-to-do tribe in America,
Hmm.
and it's because they are hardworking and they're
Hmm.
business people. Uh, but they have an incredible sense of fairness and doing what's right. They are
Hmm.
a Christian nation too. You know,
Yes.
the Chickasaw are a Christian nation because back in the 1800s, when the U.S. government would not let natives do their own, have school in their own language or do their own ceremonies in public, the churches in the Chickasaw Nation did the church services in the Chickasaw language and allowed them to do their ceremonies out back of
Mm.
church building
Yeah.
to keep their culture alive, because they weren't worshiping another god. They were
Right.
it's
Right.
their culture. They just want to hold on to their culture, and there's nothing wrong with that. And that's why today the Chickasaw are a Christian nation, unlike
Yeah.
a lot of tribes, sadly. So it's
Yeah.
it's
It's
just such a learning experience and great people. But you are one of the greatest people there, and you're not
ah.
Chickasaw. Neither am I.
No, I'm an Irish girl from Southern California. Well, born in Germany. I'm yeah, from all over, but yeah, no, they're great people. Interesting history. If any of you have an opportunity to learn about the Chickasaw Nation or to see the movies, that both the movies we did are movies historically about very well-known people within their tribe, and so you get a piece of their heritage, their history. And of course, we had the pleasure of working with Graham Greene on Teata and his recent passing. And man, what an icon he
Oh,
was.
he was fab, and everybody just lit up when he was around, because you knew
Mhm.
you were around. Just had such a great personality, such a great power presence, and
Yeah.
the press releases, or press events, everybody gravitated to him.
Yeah. Which is interesting because he's a very kind of humble, not seeking the spotlight kind of a person. And maybe that's a part of his own heritage, his own culture. But yeah, there wasn't a lot of, yeah, it just wasn't arrogance or spotlight seeking.
No, not at all. We were thrilled. I remember when we got him, how thrilled we were in the casting process. I mean,
Yeah.
it wasn't somebody you had to read.
Right.
It was, again, somebody we had to beg to do. you know, Even
Right.
though it's not
Exactly.
a low budget film like a lot of mine in the past were, but it was still in the $3 million range, which is certainly a low budget film by Hollywood standards. So, and by the
Right.
things that he does, so that was
Yeah. And we had him. Gil Birmingham went on to was it Hell and High Water? Like he went on to several big things, and of course Yellowstone and
all of
uh,
our cast went to Yellowstone. I think it was, it
right.
was great. I think you should have a credit on that,
I'm-
because they took your whole
I
cast
love it.
and put them over on that, and then said,
I
"What about that
know.
on that other Western that they're
I
doing?"
know. And when like Tatanka Means was in Montford, and he's now a series regular on a new, I think the spinoff or one of the new series. So I just love, that's one of the joys of doing what we do, of seeing those. Well, for me, it's the actors. For you, it's probably crew and producers as well. But when you see them doing well and getting to work and consistently just getting to do what they're so good at. It's a joy to see them succeed.
It is. It is. And we're going to
Yeah.
look forward to seeing you in Orlando, Florida. And I'm excited about your event too, Creative Exchange. I've been following that, and
Yeah.
wow, you've got some great stuff happening. Diego's doing an incredible job, putting that
Yeah.
together, I'm sure, with you. Uh,
Yeah.
so yeah, that's
And
bless a lot of actors. Is that in Nashville, by the way? Is that what I read?
mhm. That's in Nashville. Yeah. And like I said, they're very different events. And one of the things that I love that you did, so shifting over to ICBM, one of the things that you did a few years ago when we had that conversation at a different conference in Orlando, I think is when it was, and talking about, okay, what can we do to provide more substance for the actor side of it? Because ICVM has always been a strong, strong business hub for the business of media and filmmaking and content creation. But you were really deliberate in wanting to make sure that we were also incorporating the actors and creating opportunity for the actors, which I really appreciate. You are very much an actors sensitive or actor aware filmmaker, producer, director, which I'm sure everyone appreciates very much.
Well, thank you. And yes, it was in Orlando. I think it was ICFF actually. We were in a coffee shop. We found a little quiet place in a coffee shop, and I said, okay. You said, Paul, what can I do for you? And I said, Bev, I said, how do I get actors to our conference? We have a conference. We have hundreds of filmmakers coming, directors, producers. Don't actors want to be around those people? And you said, well, yeah, but they're not going to come just for that, you know? And I said, so what do I need to have there? And basically, I think it was something that said, well, you need me there. You didn't put it that way. No.
I was going to say, so presumptuous. Me or Mark Fincannon, and guess what? You get both.
Well, we are getting both this year, both you and what we came up with at that. And I think your idea was, well, what if we do something where I can take monologues and I'll kind of give notes, 2-minute monologues, and then I'll take a minute or two to give notes on each one. And as many people in the 2-hour segment we do it in that can do the monologue, I mean, we can fit in. That's how many we take. And and we thought that was a great idea. And then God hit me with another great idea, which was, why don't we you pick the 5 best monologues you hear. We do this it'll be Saturday afternoon, by the way, where we call it the Actors Monologue Challenge. So your 2-minute monologues. Beverly gives you notes on all of that. And at the end, she will choose the 5 best. And the 5 best will get to do the monologue on stage at lunch the next day, which is our final day, Saturday. And you will do it in front of all of the directors and producers. So it's a great opportunity, not just to have Beverly, give you notes and like that, which is invaluable, but also if you're one of those chosen ones, the chosen, then
there you go.
You get to go on our stage at lunch and present in front of and the distributors there too. The great thing about ICVM is we draw we expect between 250 to 300 Christian filmmakers, producers, directors, animators, composers, all the different creative crafts. But we also get distributors. We have a Christian film market on Saturday if you had a finished film, and some actors do, or they're in a film that's seeking distribution. Tell your producers about this. The Christian film market's a 2-hour event. We have 28 distributors coming to Orlando.
Wow.
To take pitches one-on-one. You get 5 minutes one-on-one with the distributors you choose. Angel Studios, Kingdom Story Company, Pinnacle Peak, Vision Video, PureFlix, just all of the major to minor. We have streaming networks. We have networks in Portugal and New Zealand coming, the UK. So it's the networking is the secret sauce.
It's huge. It's huge.
We'll walk out. There are so many movies that come together there, that get put together there or start.
Absolutely.
That's why I do it. We're an all volunteer nonprofit. I'm a volunteer. I don't make money doing this. So Trust me, if I could make the cost of it less, I would. We include all the meals in the cost of coming, which is the major cost of doing the conference. But we do that for a reason, because everybody goes to our meals. Okay.
Right.
We don't want anybody to leave. We want them to, the minute they walk out of a seminar or whatever's right before lunch, they go right into the lunchroom, sit down at the table. We have like a 3-4 course, plated meals that are delivered to you. You sit down at the table with 10 people, you start networking.
Yeah, because it's different people. I don't think I've sat with the same people twice ever at a meal. You just end up.
We tell them to do that. I tell them, I said, do not sit at the same table.
Right.
Meet new people. And when they leave, you have such a treasure trove of contacts. If you go online right now, and most of you have probably realized this, it used to be you could go to Angel or Kingdom Story Company or any of the companies, PureFlix, and you'd find a email address. You wouldn't find a phone number. You get an email address for whoever's in distribution or something. And if you go on their website now, nothing like that. All they have is a form that that literally you have to put in your name, reason for writing them, and then a text box to write in. You have no idea if what you send gets to the right person that you want to, or anything. So it's harder and harder to get decision makers. And what we do is we bring all of them together. So we have all these distributors. As I said, 28 of them in the Christian film market. We have a script and story pitch-a-thon on Friday that we have 18 distributors, producers, and the like looking for future projects. So there's a lot of wonderful things. We have about 40 seminars going on in the 4-day period. The opening day is a Latino filmmaker focus. I love that. We have a Latino actor doing a whole seminar on acting. We have a director. We have just great. And the big news is Friday at lunch, same day that we're doing your event, after lunch, by the way. So we have Alejandro Monteverde, the director, producer, co-writer of Sound of Freedom and the upcoming movie Zero AD. He also directed Cabrini and Bella, wonderful films, stunningly great, and a Mexican director, by the way. Brilliant director. He doesn't do many conferences, but he is coming and he is going to talk at lunch. It's going to be like a fireside chat at our lunch. Oh, I love it. So that's going to be fun. And then right after that, then actors get to go to your Actors Dialogue Challenge. In the morning, they will have been able to go to Mark Fincannon's event, which Mark and I haven't figured out what that'll be yet, but I know it's going to be excellent.
It'll be great. It'll be whatever.
He's trying to come up with something better than yours, I'm sure, but he's not going to do it. He just wants to match it.
Yes, exactly. I love it.
I was an actor. I could go to anything that had the two of you there. I know I'm going to be there, and I'm going to get work out of it when I leave. I am sure.
Mark is amazing, and not just amazing industry-wise, but he's just an amazing man of God too, and bringing that level of integrity to the business and the work that he does, and just the history of what he's done and what he's accomplished. It's just a joy to get to be at a conference with him, alongside of him. So it's pretty amazing what the collection of people that you have there. And I've had many people tell me that they went in with expectations, just because sometimes a conference can be a conference, and they were they got way more than they expected. And, each time Paul has an absolutely wonderful, lovely gem of a human being wife named Sherry. And so each year it's like, oh, we'll get all this time to get caught up. And we're always, is Sherry there?
Yes, come over here. I'm waving to her. Say it.
Hi, beautiful.
My gorgeous, you look amazing.
So do you.
You look so happy. I'm so happy for you.
I am very happy. And for those of you who don't know, Sherry is one of the best film financial accounting, even like forensic accounting after trying to figure out where the money went, if that's what she's brought in to do. But yeah, she's on the accounting side, on the business side of it, man. She's a guru. So the two of you are a powerhouse.
Big budget films. I do the small ones, you know. She did Blood Diamond, Beyond Borders.
My agent.
Yes, I love it. I love it.
Great and Powerful. What's that one with who you did in Hawaii?
Triple Frontier.
Triple Frontier with Ben
Wow.
Affleck. So she does those big.
Just a little actor named Ben Affleck. You know, no big deal. You got to give Ben his petty cash. You know, his per diem. Well, I was just saying that, you know, I always think, oh, we're going to get caught up, you know, you and me and you guys, and we'll have all this time. We never barely see each other because there's so much happening. Yeah, maybe by the last night we finally sit together for a meal. But yeah, I love you, Sherry. You're awesome.
Oh, I love you too. Thank you.
Wow.
See you there.
Okay, yeah. Okay, Paul, there's a couple of questions coming in for you. Let's see. Ali Gibbs says, what are you looking forward to most at ICVM this year?
What am I looking forward to? If I was 100% honest, I would say it being over. You know, you're exhausted. That's my life energy out of me. It really does. But God put on my heart that this was what I was to do in this season of my life. Yeah, I've been president of ICVM now for 5 years, and he absolutely stamped on my heart what I needed to do. So all these things you say give me credit for, he's doing. You know, I wake up, people I just wake up with ideas. I'll be in the middle of a board meeting and I'll just say, oh, and by the way, we're going to do an Africa Media Sphere event. And then the board goes, what? How do we do that? I don't know. I said, I don't know, but it came out of my mouth. So we're going to be doing it. So I
love it.
Just keep adding things. So the Latino film focus just worked out. And then after that, we got Alejandro coming, you know, who's Latino. We've got, he's showing his movie Zero AD Friday. That doesn't even come out till December, January.
Right. Yeah.
And we'll be showing that Friday night, and he's going to do a little Q&A after that screening. And that will be in a theater. We will bus everyone to the movie theater. Everything, by the way, we do is included in the cost of the conference. You know, not just the meals, but everything, the Christian Film Market, the Script and Story Pitchathon. But I would say my favorite thing, I'm still partial to the pitchathons, to the Script and Story Pitchathon, because it's everybody. You can see people going in with their dreams, and they get 5 minutes one-on-one with somebody on the opposite side of the table that it may or may not be looking for us or have the money first. They're looking for it, but the person pitching to them believes they could, you know, and they could might have that here or whatever, or they might have it right then. And watching their excitement level, you know, go in and had one come out, she was in tears, you know. I practiced it for weeks. And out of there, and I froze halfway through. I said, "When's your next pitch?" She said, "It's in 18 minutes." I said, "You're fine. You got another pitch." She did. She went back in. She came out. She was just all bright, shiny, and happy. And you know, and the same with the Christian Film Market. That's for finished films, you know. And it could be documentaries, movies, TV series. Could be little things, you know. We have distributors of every size, you know.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of opportunities there. Somebody asked how to sign up, I think, for the pitchathon or the film market.
Valerie did. Valerie Kite did.
Here, this is very interesting timing, and we did not plan this out, but both of those events open for signups tomorrow at noon. Now, each company only has 17. It's a 2-hour thing. There are 5 minutes. If you do the math, there are 17 slots for each company in the Christian Film Market, which is on Saturday and Saturday morning, and the Script and Story Pitchathon, which is on Friday. So on Friday, that's Friday morning, I believe.
It's usually the script. Isn't that usually going on at the same time as the monologue? Like one of them is at the same time as the monologue, because I'm always kind of finagling people
right.
who are doing both. Right?
It is after. Yeah. You will have to finagle that again.
Yeah, that's okay.
We have almost all the time 3 seminars going at the same time.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I work extra hard to try to be sure that they're never focused at the same audience. So one will be aimed at actors, one will be aimed at writers, and one will be aimed at producers. Well, obviously some actors are producers or writers, or and vice versa. So, but we try to do that. We also tape all of these. So anybody that goes about 2 weeks to 3 weeks after our whole event, we'll put these online so you can go and watch the ones that you didn't get to see that you would like to go back. So you have that opportunity to renew, or if you forget somebody's name or need to look up something, you actually go online and look and watch and take more copious notes than you did at the moment. So
yeah. And I know on my side, we want you to be able to go and do your pitch. So we just do our best to work it out so that those who need to can do both things that are happening simultaneously. So, and I do want to mention ICVM is an organization that there is an annual membership that you can, that is wonderful to be a part of. Not only does it give you a discount, right? It gives you a discount on the conference.
Yeah, it's crazy. If you're an individual, if you're not a company, in effect, if you're just a person, like I'm just a person, I don't have a company.
Me too. Yeah.
So, I join ICVM for $99 a year, but if I go to the conference, the rate, a non-member rate is $719 for the 4 days. The member rate's $599. So I save, what's that, $130?
Right.
So, and yet we still have several dozen people that signed up as non-members. It's like, can't they do the math?
Right. Yeah.
Just pay that. It's one more step to join, easy step. Right. Now you're a member and save save some money. You save, you save 130 off that, you've paid 99. So you save like $30,
Yeah. Well, and there's benefits to being a member in that you have a deeper level of networking, meaning the membership, sharing contact information, sharing, having like social media interaction and things like that, the media sphere. There's other benefits to being a member of the ICVM organization that goes beyond just the obvious sort of discount for the conference itself. But I would encourage you guys to check that out and just look at that.
Being a member, it's also, we are a year-round organization. So right now, all I'm talking about is the Storytellers Conference because it's coming up in a few weeks. Right. But we also do, in June, we do a all-day virtual event called Mediasphere. And we get even bigger names on that.
Fantastic.
They don't have to fly to Orlando, to do it. So it's a terrific opportunity, and that's free for our members. So they for free. We also do it because we are an international organization, and we have members all over the world that can't necessarily come to the conference. So it allows them to come and partake. And then we also do the Crown Awards each year. The Crown Awards, believe it or not, ICVM has been around 53 years.
Wow.
The Crown Awards have honored independent Christian film and television for 53 years.
Isn't that crazy?
For an all-volunteer nonprofit.
I love it.
Stunning. And we moved 5 years ago, we moved the Crown Awards to NRB. So we do our final Crown Awards ceremony at NRB. At our conference this in a few weeks, at the closing night dinner, we will announce the finalists in our 22 categories. There are 5 finalists in each of the 22 categories. So it's too late to enter something now. But we will, the 5 finalists, the 3 winners from those will be announced on stage at NRB at our Crown Awards ceremony. And we do that because it means a lot more to the filmmakers to be at NRB, the National Religious Broadcasters Media Convention. 5,800 of the top professionals in Christian television and radio and film. That's who you need to market your film or yourself through.
Right.
So
right.
By moving our thing there, we're giving our filmmakers the chance to do the network. They got to do the work. They got to get out and talk about themselves. But we put them there and we give them a big stage that they're going to be celebrated because they're one of the 5. And then the 3 winners, are announced. Gold, silver, and bronze award winners. So it's quite, and we try to get a celebrity in there. We have some very special awards, a legend and a legacy award that we give to a person in a film that had a historic impact. So it's a year-round organization, So when you're joined, it isn't like you're joining to get that discount. That's just one thing you get. But you're right. You have the membership directory. You've got MediaSphere. You've got this. We're talking, and I am serious. I'm talking about doing an Africa MediaSphere. I haven't got board approval yet.
There you go.
We're going to do it on Africa time zone, so that they can participate. It'll be virtual, but they can participate, during their normal hours, and I'm having them tell us who they want on it. And then we'll go back and try to get those people and what's important, what do they need to learn. We're to 3 or 4 of really large Christian filmmaking groups, which I didn't know over in Nigeria, in Ethiopia, in Kenya, as well as South Africa. So it's pretty exciting what's going on. So, if you come to the conference, you'll be a part of this family, and that we're a part of our family. We're family. Hopefully everybody out there realizes, we are family in effect. We're not family by blood. We're family by love and respect and through Christ, of course. So.
Right. Absolutely. Let's see. Last few questions. As an actor who'll be attending this festival for the first time, what would be your street savvy tips that one might not know but would be helpful? Do you have any street savvy insider tips?
Well, I would look at all the companies that are going to be there. It depends on what I'm assuming these are all actors that are asking the question.
Mostly, yeah.
So, and you all probably already know who Beverly Holloway is. If you don't know Mark Fincannon, look him up. And know who you're about to talk to. You don't want to walk up and meet Beverly and not know who she is. You need to know what she looks like. So if you run into her in the halls, you can you need to know what she's done. So people respect that you took the time to research them and know something about them. And if they're selling a show or trying to pitch a script, look at all the companies there. Do your research on them. Well, who are they? What have they done? You don't have to be in the Script and Story Pitchathon or the Christian Film Market to make a deal there. Most deals are made out in the hallways, before. Because in a 5-minute meeting, you're going to make the introduction. You'll find out if there's interest, but the deal will come later. But these people a lot of them are walking the halls for many of them for all 4 days or certain 3 days. They don't just come for one day. It's too far.
Right. So, exactly.
So they're out there. So you get to, if you look them up, see who they are, find out what kind of movies they make. And if that's, and pick the target. At this, I want to try to meet this person, this person, this person. You may or may not, but that's the homework I would do. And I would really work on your monologue.
There you go. And I would put one other thing out there, which is also come with an attitude of how can I be an encouragement and a servant to others as well? Because like there's a prayer room that, you know, you can decide, yes, I'm going as an actor, and yes, I want to accomplish these things for my career, but I'm going to go in that prayer room and I'm going to pray for, you know, these people I meet, or pray for the industry, or pray for these filmmakers that I see on the agenda. I mean, there's so much that you can do. There's great roundtable sort of, it's almost like speed dating. Are we still doing that again? Like the speed dating for networking, right?
We aren't doing that thing. We're doing
Okay.
we're doing Keep It Real again this year, but we've
Right.
added more slots. We got like 90 slots. Though there are still slots open, but once they fill up, they're gone. But basically, it gives anybody who signs up, and it's on day 1 or day 2. One is 2 hours, the next day it's 2.5 hours. You get 3 minutes on stage to either show a video or talk about yourself or do both. You know, and
actors, that's amazing. Literally, you could show your reel. You could go up there and say, I see Don Long on here. You could say, hey, I'm Don Long, and you know, you might know me from the movie Life Mark. I'm excited to be here, and here's my reel, or here's a scene from Life Mark, or you know, whatever the case might be. And you get that time, and you have everyone's attention for that moment, and there's several of those slots.
Yeah, and there's still probably 40% of them open, or there were earlier.
There you go.
So there you can do that, but it is 3 minutes. So be sure that you practice, and your actors, you know how to do this. When that 3 minutes is up, you know, you are off the stage.
Yeah, the little shepherd's hook is pulling you off.
Exactly, because everybody wants their 3 minutes, and we want to give everybody their 3 minutes. But you know, everybody also has a tendency to go long, especially me. So.
Yeah.
I will not be up there. I am not doing a 3-minute segment for that reason. So
I love it. But you guys, that's another real interesting opportunity, whether you talk about yourself, whether you talk about a project you have going, or whether you show your reel or show a scene. That is a rare opportunity. So, and like you said, currently there are spots open, but there won't be forever. So it does end up getting full. So just keep that in mind. And Diego put up the URL for the website a little bit. Valerie, I saw you asked for that. Valerie says, if you come with a child, do the children pay the same amount as an adult? Do you have a cutoff for ages?
We don't have we have a student rate that is like $3.99. You know, Valerie, just write to us if it's a very young child that, you know, would not benefit from the conference, basically. You know,
right.
But your child you have to bring with you or something, let us know. We'll see what we can do to work that out. We are all about, we are servants here, you know. Yeah. So this isn't about making you guys fit into what we're doing. It's about making us fit into what you are becoming. You know, and I think that's the difference between ICVM and some other organizations anyway. Mm-hmm. I love the Christian. You won't find me talking about any Christian film festival or gathering. No. 2 or more are gathered, he is there. If he is there, good things can come out of it. So absolutely. And they all have their unique qualities about them. Let's see, Ian Wilson is saying, hey, Paul, we met at ICFF. So probably at one of the ICFFs. Ian's a wonderful, talented actor and really young sort of content creator, budding filmmaker, which is great. Are there any potential scholarship options for creatives under 26 who would like to attend? So currently, I don't think that there is, but you know, maybe that's something we put our heads together and. I would love to, and trust me, I know the guys that run the other film festivals and film events. We all want to do that. It's just I don't know about them, but for 53 years, ICVM basically at the end of the year has enough money to have done what we did. and then we have to start over again, you know. So
Yep.
we don't have that kind of income from the conference. You would, you know, I know it looks like a lot. It is a lot of money to attend. I know that. But it's, you know, we try to give all the value to the people for that. We are what it will take is us finding, you know, a big, you know, well-to-do sponsor that will say, hey, I love what you're doing. We will give a $10,000 scholarship fund every year, and you can parse it out to people as you see fit, you know, divide it up to help filmmakers get there.
Yeah.
We will consider doing that, but really our conference is more about you know, getting people who have already made a film or you know, have acted in something. We're not a 101 film conference,
Right.
You know,
Right.
This is where you go to meet the people that are working in the business, that are you know, looking to make their next film or their 10th film. You know, Tim Mahoney's there. He's made, you know, 20 documentaries that have, you know, a number of which are in theaters as Fathom events every time he does one, you know. So we've got, it's a great group of people to be around, and
it is.
And it's about, you got to get around, and actors especially, you need to be, much as directors and producers are a pain in the butt, and I know I am get around them, and they got to know about you to hire you. So and God will arrange the timing. You know, a lot of these people have projects they're working on. They may not tell you out, but they are looking. They are looking, and if somebody strikes them, they'll and of course you've got Beverly and Mark Fincan in there, so you've got
because that's the thing, is people stand out, or we remember them from something they did, or you know, you just remember a good performance, and then a role comes along, and it's like, oh, I remember this person, you know. So that definitely can happen. And you know, this is why we say there are several really great conferences, and each of them has a little bit different dynamic to it, and there's some overlap, but there are some unique qualities of each that, you know, appeal or are beneficial to different groups of our general filmmaking community. So, and the other thing I would tell you, Ian, is, you know, maybe there's someone that, you know, or like the new thing became, like when you get married, you basically do a registry GoFundMe for your honeymoon. You know, instead of people buying you a bunch of gifts, they contribute what they would have spent on a gift to your honeymoon fund, you know. Or maybe you plan ahead and you ask for Christmas or for your birthday a little bit that goes towards it. Like if it's something you really want and you want to plan towards, you know, God can open and provide doors in ways that you may not even expect. But having said that, I do understand that there is a cost to it, and the timing may not be right this year, but you never know when it will be right another year, or when you have a film that's, you know, entered in, or an opportunity like that. So
I'll say this, because I know everybody on here are professionals, because she would not be on here. She would not let you on here if you were not. And so, you know, I will work with anybody that, if it's a matter, there's a cost in coming to the conference. You got to fly there or drive there. It's in Orlando. You may be in Florida, you may not, you know, but if you're not, that's a big cost. There's a cost in the hotel room, which we have a great rate of $169 a night. That's good, and it's
very good for an embassy. For a
suites, and you stay there, includes breakfast. So now you have breakfast, lunches, and dinners covered.
There you go.
But you know, but still, that's expensive. You know, so our conference cost is actually not necessarily the biggest cost, but I will still, if anybody, you know, emails me, and I'll give you my email address. Diego, if you have that, you can put that up there, paulbiz8@aol.com, Paul, BIZE, the number 8 at AOL.com. You can email me and say, I was on the show and I really would like to come. Can you help me at all? There is a cost of the conference, and I know what that is. It's not much lower than what the cost of being a member coming is, but I will work with you, and if we can reduce it by $100, maybe even close to 200, I'll do that, because we want you there. We don't do this to make money. We do this to serve. So the board honestly gets a little furious with me because I'm not a good businessman. It's by the
you
fact
are when it comes to film making.
Making a film, I'm much better.
In serving, man, you give it all. And
God said,
I want to reiterate that, you guys. These guys make nothing. They're volunteering their time and the hours, the months that they put into this, and the cost. It has to do with, you also go there, you're in an environment where things are productive, because it's an environment where that it's easy to get to, and we're not having to walk across parking lots or go other places or get in cars and drive to location. Like it's built really well, but there is a hard cost associated with that. But I'm telling you, for those of you who have gone, they can attest that it's absolutely worth it. It's absolutely money well invested, and it is an investment. It's an investment in those relationships, and it's an investment in that education. It really is beneficial. I would be surprised if you didn't come out of it feeling like you got everything that you were hoping to, from a standpoint of just meeting people and networking and learning, hands-on learning, and feel like you were better off after than you were before. I see Nathan Myers says ICBM is awesome and has blessed us so much. Everyone should take them seriously. Thanks, Nathan, for that. It really it makes a difference when we hear from you guys who are really actually attending.
Yeah, I see Valerie talk about her, maybe someday she and her 6 actor kids. That's what she was talking about. 6 actor kids. Wow.
Yep.
The first series I worked on was The Waltons as a second director. So and many shows I did were with lots of kids. So I have a heart for what you're dealing with, for sure. And I hope you can attend. We have the Wild brothers. They're coming. That have those like adventure type documentary shows that they do, and on the Tahitian islands and stuff. I mean, all over. It's just amazing guys. But they're all brothers, and I think there's 5 of them, 4 or 5 of them.
See, now my wheels are turning. Like, maybe we do one year that's especially kid driven, or a media sphere actor type thing for family, kids, youth, all that. We could put our brains together, Paul.
We will. I love, my brain lit up when you said that. It was just like, well, yeah, media sphere, because then she doesn't have to travel. You have to get the kids to still,
You're right.
Leave that
it's so great to be able to bring.
Let me just tell people that the timing here, if you do, as I said, we did set this up this way, but because the Christian Film Market and the Pitchathon signups start tomorrow at noon, and there are only 17 slots per, and the Keep It Real showcase is already open for signups, okay, and that is diminishing. If somebody wants to be guaranteed to get, hopefully, a shot at getting who they want to sign up, they need to register like tonight or tomorrow early, because at 12 noon Eastern time, not Pacific time, 12 noon Eastern time, the Christian Film Market and Pitchathon will open up. Keep It Real, it's already been open, so I think those will stay open for a few days to a week more before it closes. Although I don't know how many people you have on here, so those thousands might fill them up.
Well, I'm hopefully these friends will tell two friends and tell two friends. And so, man, Paul, I just love you. I love what you're doing. And, well, someday you're going to be making films again. I heard you say that God told you you weren't going to make a film for 5 years,
And this is the
right?
fifth year. This is the
This
fifth year.
is the fifth year. So,
So maybe somebody with a script. I still haven't found that one that I just light up at. But,
yeah.
but I do
Yeah.
have a couple personal projects that may take off. So
Good for
well,
you. Yeah.
not working at it. Set aside. This is about serving you guys. So
Yeah.
so do that, and then hopefully come to Florida and enjoy our sunshine. Hopefully there'll be no hurricanes.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, well, I love you dearly, you and your beautiful wife, and um, lots of people saying thank you. And yeah, Valerie's telling some people who have films already. So yeah, you guys spread the word, and super excited to see whoever's going to make it there. We'll have to do a little Let's Talk Tuesday confab together. Meet in the hallways or find a little corner to go spend some time together. So, but love you guys. Thank you for coming on, Paul, and chatting about it. And just thank you for the work you do and your servant heart. And just really, really appreciate you.
Thank you for yours. What you do with this show, what you do, and what you're doing with Creative Exchange. I would be there if it weren't, 12 days before I have to be.
Exactly. I hear you.
Diego, we got to talk about the timing there, because I want to be at both. I can't do that.
There you go.
Thank you. God
I
bless
love
you guys. Keep doing the great work. You are in the right place with this lady right here. So
Oh,
God bless you, Beth.
love you.
We'll talk to you soon.
Okay. Bye, Paul. Love that man, love his wife, and talk about a servant's heart, but man, he knows his stuff too. Having worked with him on 3 films, he's one of the best producers that I've had the joy of working with, and knows his stuff and knows how to get a film made on budget, looking great. Yeah, he's just fantastic. So it's a joy to connect with him and to be able to learn from him and work alongside of him. And you guys would, who are going to be going, will get to know him even better. So we are going to, I think we'll leave it at that, because we were able to chat quite a while. Reminder, Creative Exchange is coming up end of next week. And then for ICVM, his email, paulbiz8@aol.com. And I just want to reiterate that it is an organization full of servant's heart. There's nobody making money and pocketing big dollars, and this is not a hard sell from the standpoint of we need you there because we need the bucks. No, I'm doing the hard sell because I genuinely believe you will benefit from the experience and from being a part of the organization and the family. And same thing, Creative Exchange. I'm super excited. It's coming up end of next week, so there's not as much time to be able to sort of jump on that bandwagon, but I'm sure you could if you wanted to. I don't know if Diego would open the doors wide open. I have a feeling he would either way. But yeah, I'm just excited to be able to see you guys at one of these 2 or both of these events in the coming months, and tell you all about what I learned and experiences, and then hope to hear from some of you guys and your experiences as well. So yeah, I will be traveling. You know what? I'll double check to see if I'm traveling. I might be traveling next week at night. And I have to double check that. But so we'll post whether or not I'm going to have a Tuesday night live next week. But the following week, I'll be back. So I will let you know about next week. But in the meantime, I hope you guys have a great week. Love you. Love being together on Tuesday nights and seeing your names and your little thumbnail faces. Just really makes my heart happy, and just reminds me what a joy, what a privilege it is to be a part of this community. And I just really appreciate your encouragement. I hope I can be an encouragement to you, and just know that God loves you and He created you exactly the way you are for a unique purpose. So just know that and believe that. And yeah, love you guys. Have a great week. Bye.